Hey, this is Scott.paskerian back here with you, and today I want to discuss with you closing costs. So you saved up all that money for the down payment, got a lender in place, and you're ready to make that offer, and your offer has been accepted. Now all of a sudden, you come to find out that there are these other fees that you're now expected to pay. I want to make sure that you're prepared when you're going out house shopping. So I want to discuss with you a few of the high ticket items that you could expect to pay outside of the down payment. The first one is lender fees. Now, of course, getting a loan, it's not just getting the money from them, but there are fees that come along with getting a mortgage. Now, these fees are going to vary between the type of mortgage that you get, whether if it's conventional, FHA, jumbo. It's going to be very different, so I can't give you a number on that. And of course, it's always important to ask your lender what these costs are and what you can expect to pay. The second one is attorney fees. Now, in Massachusetts, we are an attorney state when it comes to real estate closings, meaning we don't use title companies or escrow companies as well. So your attorney is the one, for the most part, that's always going to represent you throughout the purchase and sale agreement all the way through the end. And if they represent a lender, then the cost may come down a little bit. But straight up, you can expect your attorney fees alone to be $800 to about $1,200, but it can vary upon the situation. The third are your title charges. Now, in Massachusetts, we are an attorney state, so the attorney acts as the title rep in this instance. In other states, you will have title companies solely. But these title charges that you can expect include your attorney fees, which alone are just $800 around to $1,200. This also comes along with a lender title insurance, which is mandatory, and the owner's title insurance, which you would purchase, which is highly recommended. And this is to make sure in the instance that the title and deed, when recorded with the county, is done correctly. Now, if there are issues, then when you go to sell your property, the title insurance will cover any costs incurred to correct the title. Also, there's just these bunch of miscellaneous charges that you can expect, and these are mostly smaller dollar. Now, inspections, of course, aren't mandatory, but they're highly recommended. The instance where you may want to waive your inspection is if it's a highly sought after property and you just want to make sure that you have the best offer put forward with the least amount of contingencies in place. Now, you may be asking yourself, why am I responsible for paying all these fees? Well, since Boston is such a competitive market, for the most part, you're the one that will have to incur it. Now, sometimes there is an opportunity to try and negotiate this. If something's been on for a while, and maybe it's something that you think you could try and negotiate with them on. You can ask the seller to either cover your closing costs or split it with them. Now, there may be some instances where, this may have been a cost that you obviously may have not foreseen and been prepared for. So we can always go back maybe after the offer, and what we do is raise your price, like purchase price, and ask for credit back at closing. So say your costs for closing are $3,000, for instance, and this is a made-up number. You can ask the seller to adjust the price. So if the purchase price was $500,000, you can adjust it to $503,000 and ask them for a $3,000 credit at closing. Now, of course, we want to make sure you're prepared for these costs, and that's why I'm making this video, because I'm kind of starting to see a little bit more often where people aren't prepared. And you should discuss it with your agent in one of the first meetings. Now, of course, if you have any other real estate questions, I'm here to answer them for you. Again, this is Scott Paskerian, and have a great day.